Welcome to our tribute, a heartfelt space to honour those we've recently lost and others who have left a lasting impact on our lives. Today, we reflect on their incredible journeys, celebrate their legacies, and cherish their memories. We'll also discuss the recent challenges faced by WWE star Kevin Owens, which have deeply moved fans worldwide. Join us in remembering their stories and ensuring their legacies live on. Subscribe to be part of our supportive community and help keep their inspiring spirit alive. Tim Arson, born on December 27, 1976, was an American professional wrestler best remembered for his unique persona and contributions to both the US and Puerto Rican wrestling scenes. Trained by the legendary Johnny Rodz, Arson debuted in 2001 and quickly made a name for himself across various Northeastern independent promotions, including USA Pro Wrestling. Early in his career, he joined the Canadian Impact Alliance stable and captured the USAPW United States Championship, as well as the vacant New York Championship in a four-way match. Though he lost the title shortly after, his performances established him as a rising star in the indie circuit. Arson's talents extended beyond American borders, finding a significant foothold in Puerto Rico's vibrant wrestling scene. He wrestled for top promotions such as New Wrestling Stars and the World Wrestling Council, WWC, where he earned the respect of fans and fellow wrestlers for his versatility and charisma in the ring. In 2006, Arson gained mainstream attention through a memorable one-off appearance in WWE's ECW reboot on the Sci-Fi Channel, portraying the Zombie. Though the character was brief, it left an impression and showcased Arson's willingness to embrace bold, theatrical roles that entertained audiences. Throughout his career, he took part in various high-profile matches, including a notable gauntlet match in 2003 and performances with Mikey Whipwreck's New York Wrestling Connection. His work was a blend of dedication, character work, and wrestling skill that resonated with fans across different regions. Tragically, Tim Arson cutting short a career filled with potential. Despite his untimely, he is remembered fondly by those in the wrestling community for his contributions, unique presence, and passion for the sport. His legacy lives on in the memories of fans who appreciated his work inside the ring. China, born Joan Marie Lauret on December 27, 1969, was a trailblazing force in professional wrestling, celebrated for breaking gender norms and redefining what women could achieve in WWE. Standing at 5 feet 10 inches with a commanding presence and unmatched strength, she earned the nickname the Ninth Wonder of the World and became an icon during wrestling's explosive Attitude Era. China first burst onto the WWE scene in the late 1990s and quickly turned heads. Her powerful physique and fearless attitude made her stand out in a male-dominated industry. She wasn't just a sidekick or manager. She was an in-ring competitor who held her own against some of the top names in the business, including Triple H, Kurt Angle, and Chris Jericho. In a historic moment, China became the first woman to win the Intercontinental Championship, a title traditionally reserved for male wrestlers. She also captured the WWE Women's Championship, cementing her place as one of the most dominant female figures in wrestling history. Beyond the ring, China explored acting and reality television, appearing on shows like The Surreal Life and Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew. However, her personal life was marked by struggles, including battles with addiction that affected her post-wrestling years. Despite her challenges, China's impact remains undeniable. She shattered barriers, opened doors for future generations of female wrestlers, and proved that women could thrive in any spotlight, even one once reserved for men. Today, she's remembered not only as a fierce competitor, but as a pioneer who helped transform the landscape of professional wrestling for women around the world. Liga Rivera, born October 30th, 1986, was a beloved American professional wrestler and Twitch streamer who just days shy of his 38th birthday. Trained by the renowned Jesse Hernandez, Rivera began his wrestling career in 2001, quickly becoming a standout figure in the California wrestling scene. He made a lasting impact in the Empire Wrestling Federation, EWF, where his dynamic, high-flying style and infectious charisma won over fans and peers alike. Throughout his career in EWF, Rivera captured multiple titles, including the American Championship, Cruiserweight Championship, and Tag Team Championship. Notably, he formed the popular tag team Famous for Fearless with TJ Perkins, TJP, creating memorable moments and thrilling matches that showcased their chemistry and skill. Rivera's talent extended beyond the United States. He also competed in Mexico and appeared in NWA television tapings in Los Angeles, wrestling under the masked persona Bat Manuel. Rivera was widely admired not only for his wrestling abilities, but also for his humor, creativity, and warmth. Fellow wrestlers and friends like RJ Santos and Saul Serialman often spoke of Rivera's dedication, kindness, and the light-hearted spirit he brought to every interaction. His personality made him a cherished presence backstage and in the community. The Empire Wrestling Federation released a heartfelt tribute following his passing, celebrating Rivera as a trailblazer and a true champion inside and outside the ring. WWE Raw General Manager Adam Pearce also paid his respects, remembering Rivera as a joy to work with. Though the exact cause of his remains undisclosed, Rivera had been hospitalized in a medically induced coma prior to his passing. His legacy endures as a fearless competitor and a loyal friend, forever cherished by wrestling fans and loved ones around the world. David Von Erich, born July 22, 1958, was a celebrated American professional wrestler and a vital member of the legendary Von Erich wrestling family, a dynasty deeply rooted in Texas wrestling history. Known for his impressive athleticism, magnetic charisma, and fierce in-ring style, David quickly rose to prominence in the early 1980s, primarily within World-Class Championship Wrestling, WCCW, the Dallas-based promotion where the Von Erich name was held in the highest regard. Standing an imposing 6 feet 7 inches and weighing about 240 pounds, David earned the nickname the Yellow Rose of Texas, reflecting both his Texan pride and his standout presence in the ring. His wrestling style blended strong technical skills with emotional storytelling, allowing him to connect powerfully with fans. He played a central role in WCCW's golden era, captivating audiences with thrilling matches and memorable feuds. One of David's most iconic rivalries was with the fabulous Freebirds, a feud that became one of professional wrestling's most legendary and intense battles. This conflict not only elevated David's status, but also helped define the wrestling scene in Texas during that time, creating a legacy of drama and passion that fans still celebrate today. Many wrestling insiders believe David was destined to become a world champion, with potential to capture the prestigious NWA World Heavyweight Championship, given his natural talent and popularity. However, his promising career was cut tragically short when he, at just 25 years old, while on a tour in Japan. The official cause was acute enteritis, though his sudden passing has fueled speculation and stories that persist in wrestling lore. David Von Erich's influence endures through the memories of fans and the continued reverence for the Von Erich family. He remains a symbol of wrestling's golden era, remembered for his skill, heart, and the legacy he left behind in Texas and beyond. Andre the Giant, born André René Roussimoff on May 19, 1946, in Grenoble, France, was a legendary professional wrestler and actor, known for his immense size and unforgettable presence. Towering at 7 feet 4 inches and weighing over 500 pounds, Andre earned the nickname the Eighth Wonder of the World due to his extraordinary stature, caused by acromegaly, a rare hormonal disorder that led to excessive growth. Andre's wrestling career began in the early 1960s, quickly rising through the ranks in various promotions, including the WWF, now WWE. He became one of the central figures of the 1980s wrestling boom, renowned for his compelling feuds and larger-than-life persona. His legendary rivalry with Hulk Hogan culminated in the iconic match at WrestleMania 3 in 1987, where Hogan famously body-slammed Andre in a moment that remains one of the most iconic in wrestling history, symbolizing a pivotal shift in the sport. Outside the ring, Andre charmed audiences with his role as Fezzik in the cult classic film The Princess Bride, 1987, demonstrating his warmth and charisma beyond wrestling. Despite his intimidating size, Andre was widely loved for his gentle nature and kindness to fans and fellow wrestlers alike. Tragically, Andre, but his impact on wrestling and popular culture remains profound. His legacy as a pioneering figure and beloved icon endures, inspiring generations of fans and performers. Andre the Giant's story is one of awe, strength, and humanity, a true legend whose memory continues to captivate the world. Dean Ho, born March 21, 1936, is a retired professional wrestler and an influential figure in wrestling history, particularly noted for his impact during the 1960s and 1970s. Hailing from Hawaii, Ho began his wrestling journey in the early 1950s, training under the legendary Sam Steamboat, a respected wrestler and promoter known for shaping many careers. Ho's natural athleticism, combined with his unwavering dedication, quickly distinguished him in the wrestling world. Throughout his career, Dean Ho competed in prominent promotions such as the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, and the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, WWWF, which is known today as WWE. He became well regarded for his technical prowess and charismatic presence inside the ring. Ho's style featured a mix of high-flying maneuvers and innovative techniques that were considered ahead of their time, helping to set new standards for in-ring performance and thrilling audiences nationwide. His memorable rivalries with other wrestling legends contributed to some of the era's most exciting storylines. Beyond his in-ring achievements, Dean Ho played a vital role behind the scenes as a trainer and mentor. He dedicated significant effort to nurturing young talent, sharing his extensive knowledge of wrestling's nuances and helping to shape the careers of future stars. His commitment to the development of wrestling talent cemented his lasting influence within the industry. After retiring from active competition, Ho stayed connected to wrestling by attending events and engaging with fans, often sharing insights from his storied career. Today, Dean Ho is remembered not only for his impressive skill set and sportsmanship, but also for his contributions to the wrestling community as a whole. His legacy lives on as a respected pioneer who helped pave the way for future generations of professional wrestlers. Edward Wiskowski, January 10th, 1945, January 23rd, 2025, was an American professional wrestler best remembered for his controversial role as Colonel De Beers in the American Wrestling Association, AWA, during the 1980s. Before becoming Colonel De Beers, he wrestled under several names, including the Polish Prince and Easy Ed Wiskowski. Wiskowski's wrestling journey began in 1972 after training with legends Harley Race and Lord Littlebrook. He first made his mark in the Pacific Northwest wrestling territory, where he formed a successful tag team with Playboy Buddy Rose. Together, they won multiple tag team championships. In 1975, Wiskowski captured the Central States heavyweight title, and during the late 1970s and early 1980s, he also competed internationally in Germany and Austria. His most notable and controversial character, Colonel De Beers, debuted in the mid-1880s in the AWA. De Beers was portrayed as a pro-apartheid South African military officer, a gimmick that courted controversy due to its overtly racist and politically charged storylines. One of the most infamous feuds of his career was against Superfly Jimmy Snuka, where De Beers refused to wrestle Snuka because of his ethnicity. This storyline was highly provocative and sparked significant attention, underscoring the divisive nature of his character. After retiring from in-ring competition, Wiskowski remained involved in wrestling by co-running a wrestling school with Buddy Rose in Portland, Oregon from 2001 to 2006. Edward Wiskowski's legacy is inseparable from the Colonel De Beers persona, which remains one of professional wrestling's most controversial characters, highlighting the sport's complex and often uneasy relationship with sensitive social and political themes. Jerry Winston Jarrett, September 4th, 1942, 2023, was a legendary American professional wrestling promoter, businessman, and former wrestler whose influence helped shape the wrestling industry, especially in the mid-southern United States. Revered as a wrestling genius, Jarrett's contributions earned him a well-deserved induction into the National Wrestling Alliance (NWA) Hall of Fame in 2009, cementing his status as a wrestling icon. Jarrett's most notable achievement was founding the Continental Wrestling Association (CWA) in 1977, headquartered in Memphis, Tennessee. Under his leadership and in partnership with the iconic Jerry Lawler, the CWA rose to prominence, revolutionizing regional wrestling and becoming a critical pillar of the sport during that era. Demonstrating his visionary approach, Jarrett orchestrated a merger in 1989 between the CWA and World Class Championship Wrestling (WCCW) to create the United States Wrestling Association (USWA), an innovative promotion that continued to influence wrestling through the 1990s. Eventually, Jarrett sold his stake in the USWA to Lawler in 1997. Further cementing his legacy, in 2002, Jarrett co-founded NWA, Total Nonstop Action, TNA, wrestling alongside his son, Jeff Jarrett. This venture marked a new chapter in wrestling history, providing an alternative national promotion. Jarrett sold his controlling interest in TNA to Panda Energy International, allowing the company to grow under new ownership while he remained an influential figure behind the scenes. Jerry Jarrett's in-ring wrestling career began in the 1960s after receiving training from wrestling veterans Tojo Yamamoto and Sailor Moran. Making his debut in 1965, he became well known for his tag team partnership with Yamamoto, competing primarily in NWA Mid-America. Throughout his career, Jarrett captured multiple championships, including the NWA Mid-America Tag Team Championship and the NWA Southern Tag Team Championship, showcasing his skill both as a competitor and a strategist. Although Jarrett officially retired from active wrestling in 1988, he occasionally returned to the ring during the early 1990s to perform in his own promotion, the USWA, delighting fans and maintaining his connection to the sport. Jerry Jarrett, leaving behind a profound legacy as a cornerstone of professional wrestling. His vision, innovation, and mentorship shaped the careers of countless wrestlers and transformed the wrestling landscape, ensuring that his impact will be felt for generations to come. Kevin Owens, born Kevin Steen, is a wrestler known for his fearless approach, intense passion, and unapologetic style inside the squared circle. Over the years, he has carved out a reputation as one of WWE's most compelling, hard-hitting performers. Owens' style is aggressive, hard-hitting, and unapologetically physical, which has thrilled fans but also comes with an undeniable cost: injuries. These physical setbacks have tested Owens time and again, but each time he has come back stronger, cementing his legacy as one of the most resilient and durable athletes in professional wrestling today. In this deep dive, we explore the highs and lows of Kevin Owens' journey through injury adversity, examining the most serious injuries, the rumors that swirl around his health, his commitment to recovery, and what the future holds for this tenacious superstar. The foundation of a hard-hitting wrestling style. Kevin Owens' wrestling style is deeply rooted in a combination of technical prowess and raw physicality. Before WWE, as Kevin Steen on the independent circuit, he was known for an intense, no-nonsense approach that often blurred the lines between smart wrestling and brutal combat. This style carried over when he arrived in WWE and quickly made him a fan favourite due to his unpredictable energy and willingness to take risks. However, wrestling at such a high impact level comes with a price. Owens' matches often involve stiff strikes, high impact moves, and intense brawling, all of which put enormous strain on his body. The inevitable toll of such a physical style has resulted in multiple injuries that Owens has had to overcome throughout his career. Major injuries. Throughout his WWE career, the double knee surgeries of 2018, Owens' biggest physical challenge. The most significant injury chapter in Kevin Owens' career unfolded in 2018 when he underwent surgery on both knees. Knee injuries are a dreaded affliction in professional wrestling, where the joints endure constant twisting, impacts, and pressure. For Owens, years of wear and tear culminated in damage that necessitated double surgery, a serious and career-impacting procedure. This period was a trying time for Owens. The surgeries required a lengthy rehabilitation process that forced him out of WWE action for several months. During this time, fans were left wondering about his future, especially given the intense physicality that had defined his career up to that point. But Owens proved that even the toughest setbacks couldn't keep him down. He committed to a rigorous rehab regimen, working with medical professionals, physical therapists, and strength coaches to rebuild his knees and regain full mobility. His return in early 2019 was met with huge fanfare, and despite some initial questions about whether the surgeries might limit him, Owens quickly dispelled those doubts by displaying the same aggression, skill, and resilience that had made him a top star. His comeback from double knee surgery not only showcased Owens' physical toughness, but also underscored his mental fortitude, a quality that would continue to define his career in the years ahead. Shoulder injuries, lingering pain and adjustments. Injuries to Owens' shoulders have been another recurring issue, predating even his WWE tenure. Known for his power moves and relentless offense, Owens has frequently put his shoulders through immense strain, leading to multiple injuries over time. In 2015, shortly after making his main roster debut, Owens suffered a shoulder injury that caused him to briefly adjust his style. While this injury did not require immediate surgery, it introduced a challenge. Owens had to find ways to wrestle intensely without exacerbating the damage. This meant modifying certain moves or relying more heavily on his technical skills. Even as his career progressed, Owens reportedly dealt with ongoing shoulder discomfort. The wear and tear of continuous competition at the highest level meant he had to balance pushing his limits with managing pain and preventing further injury. Owens' dedication to physical therapy, proper conditioning, and preventative care allowed him to maintain his position as one of WWE's top stars despite this nagging issue. Hand and wrist injuries. The hidden cost of high-impact wrestling. While knee and shoulder injuries are more visibly discussed, Owens' hands and wrists have also suffered due to his intense in-ring style. Professional wrestling requires not only brute strength, but also intricate grappling and striking, and Owens' hands have taken their share of bumps. One notable incident occurred in 2020 when Owens injured his wrist performing a high-risk maneuver. Although this injury did not necessitate surgery, it forced him to step back temporarily and focus on healing. The wrist injury was a reminder of the physical toll wrestling exerts on smaller joints, which often don't receive as much public attention but are critical to a wrestler's performance. Owens' ability to adapt, adjusting his offense, and giving his wrist time to recover helped him avoid long-term damage. His experience showed the importance of listening to the body and not pushing through pain unnecessarily. Rib injuries and internal damage. The quiet battle. A lesser-known but serious injury Owens endured involved his ribs. Following a brutal ladder match in 2021, Owens revealed he had been dealing with significant rib pain, a common yet painful issue in the world of professional wrestling. Rib injuries are particularly challenging because they affect every movement, breathing, twisting, and impact all cause pain. Despite the discomfort, Owens chose to continue competing rather than take an extended break. This decision highlights Owens' grit and commitment, but also illustrates the sometimes invisible injuries wrestlers endure to keep the show going. The pain and internal damage Owens experienced likely affected his performance, but he remained steadfast, pushing through the adversity while undergoing necessary treatment. This quiet battle with internal injury adds yet another layer to Owens' story of resilience, separating fact from fiction, debunking injury, rumors of career-threatening injuries and early retirement. In the age of social media and constant wrestling news updates, rumors about wrestlers' health spread rapidly, often with little foundation. Owens has been the subject of numerous speculations suggesting that his injuries might force him into early retirement. Much of this speculation focused on his double knee surgery and ongoing shoulder problems, with some outlets predicting that his aggressive style would ultimately shorten his career. Owens has been clear in interviews and public statements that while he has faced serious physical setbacks, retirement is not on his radar. His 2019 return after knee surgeries demonstrated his ability to compete at the highest level and silence doubters. Concussion. Speculations, myths versus reality. Given Owens' high-impact wrestling style, some fans have speculated that he has suffered multiple concussions. While concussions are a real concern in professional wrestling, Owens has not publicly disclosed any major concussion issues. WWE's stringent concussion protocols require testing and rehabilitation before a wrestler is cleared to return to action. And there have been no official announcements regarding Owens suffering concussion-related absences. Thus, while the possibility of minor concussions exists, given the nature of his matches, there is no concrete evidence that Owens has had debilitating concussion problems, making much of the speculation exaggerated. Exaggerated reports on chronic injuries. Certain reports have sensationalized Owens' injuries, claiming chronic knee or shoulder problems that could threaten his career longevity. Though Owens has had knee surgeries and recurring shoulder pain, his consistent presence in demanding matches disproves claims that he is permanently limited. Owens continues to push boundaries in the ring, performing in physically taxing bouts that require significant agility, strength, and endurance. His ongoing competitiveness contradicts rumors that he is on the verge of being sidelined indefinitely due to chronic injuries. Kevin Owens' commitment to recovery and career longevity. Rigorous rehabilitation and training regimen. A key factor in Owens' ability to rebound from injury is his serious approach to recovery. Following his knee surgeries, Owens committed to a comprehensive rehabilitation process involving physical therapy, strength training, and conditioning to restore his full capabilities. Owens' rehab was not simply about healing, but about rebuilding, strengthening muscles around injured joints, increasing flexibility, and preventing future injuries. This dedication allowed him to return faster and with confidence. Moreover, Owens has incorporated new training methods, including cross-training and injury prevention techniques, into his routine. These efforts demonstrate his evolving approach to maintaining his body in peak condition, while adapting his wrestling style to minimize unnecessary risk. Balancing wrestling with personal well-being, Owens understands the physical and mental toll wrestling exacts, and has been candid about the importance of listening to his body. Unlike some wrestlers who push themselves into worsened conditions, Owens prioritizes his long-term health. This mindset has led him to take necessary breaks and adjust his in-ring style to protect himself. His focus on balance between professional demands and personal well-being has been crucial in sustaining his career over the years. The future of Kevin Owens. longevity in a high-risk profession. As Owens moves forward in his career, the question arises, can he avoid further injuries? Owens' wrestling style has evolved to incorporate smarter techniques, blending aggression with technical skill to reduce strain on his body. His experience also allows him to read matches better, pacing himself and avoiding unnecessary risks. While his aggressive edge remains intact, Owens' ability to adapt and his commitment to conditioning will be critical to prolonging his career. Fans can expect Owens to continue delivering compelling performances without sacrificing his health. Legacy of resilience. Kevin Owens' unyielding spirit. Kevin Owens' career is a testament to resilience in the face of physical adversity. His journey through knee surgeries, shoulder injuries, wrist sprains, and internal pain reveals a competitor who refuses to be defined or limited by injury. His story inspires both fans and fellow wrestlers alike. Setbacks are inevitable, but with dedication, care, and perseverance, it's possible to overcome and thrive. Conclusion. Owens' place. Among WWE's toughest competitors' injuries are an unavoidable reality in professional wrestling, especially for a performer like Kevin Owens, whose style is rooted in intensity and physicality. Yet Owens has consistently fought back, returning stronger each time and proving that toughness goes beyond pain tolerance. It's about preparation, mindset, and heart. As rumors come and go, Owens remains a steadfast presence on WWE programming, thrilling fans with his unmatched passion and wrestling skill. His future looks bright, and fans can be sure that Kevin Owens will continue to be one of WWE's fiercest competitors for years to come.